And this girl's in like the not even booty shorts. She's in a thong and like garter belt, but it's holograph material, and it's just shiny and sparkly, and her butt's out.
Broadcasting out of a closet?
Tonight on Time for the Show, Fidd Chewley swears not to poop during the holy month of Ramadan. Dr. Fox swears not to poop in the Ramada Inn. Reverend Peas swears to eventually stop pooping in top ramen. Stand by. Broadcasting live on Free Think Radio from the three-legged studio at Hypercube headquarters in the future capital of the former Spanish Empire, Orlando, Florida. This is Time for the show where we get together every week to figure out what to do on next week's show. I'm Reverend Fidd Chewley of the Church of the Broken Car Antenna, and with me is Dr. Argus Faux and Peas. How's it going, guys?
We've lost Peas.
Alrighty, well, we're off to a good start.
As per usual for Time for the Show. But, yeah. Exciting times here. Things are changing.
So, Peas is being super shy, really quiet tonight.
No, what happened was my agent called me, you see.
Already with
after I got back from the big thing in Austin, Texas, being a movie star and whatnot. I have an agent now.
You're already leaving us behind, huh? You're just going to move up in the big Hollywood
I told him, hey, look, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey,
I got to go do show. Man.
So you haven't forgotten about us yet.
Not yet. Although I'll tell you what, it took Stang like 5 minutes after the movie to start treating people like shit.
So that's where you learned these habits from then, huh? Just following your hero's footsteps.
He's my mentor. I was going to have Scoops do the show, but he's at a Slavic retreat.
A Slavic retreat?
Yeah, it's called like the Ukraine. They're fighting Russians.
So
they're fighting? What are they fighting about?
Well, who gets to be in charge of the Ukraine, which nobody understands why anybody would want to be in charge of the Ukraine, but I guess somebody has to, so they're going to fight about it.
So I guess you, as a famous Hollywood movie star, didn't want any type of that.
All that.
Well, here's the thing. Hollywood's a stretch. I would say Austin movie star. And I know that doesn't have the same weight. Yeah. Well, Austin's a very strange. Austin's a very strange place, even for the Peas.
Really? What was so weird about it, Peas?
Well, everybody. So, like, a lot of towns are famous for their downtowns. Like New Orleans is famous for its downtown. Memphis, the same thing. They got Beale Street. They got this little strip. Key West, the same thing. So Austin has this little eclectic. Vegas has got Fremont Street to be local reference. They got this little, area of the downtown that's all hip and cool and awesome. And they have these electric scooters that you can flash your phone at. And then for like 15 cents a minute, you get to scoot around on this scooter.
Are they scooters?
But there's like... Dude, they're scooting everywhere, and they are having no regard for the rules of the road whatsoever. I'm curious as to what the death toll is for people on scooters in Austin in like the last 6 months.
So you definitely rented one and started like tearing ass all over the road, right?
No, I couldn't do that because I was pretty intoxicated almost the entire time.
I mean, you just said that they're not good drivers, so I don't see what the problem is.
I mean, you're.
I was not.
What does it matter if you're intoxicated?
And there's dudes. So what they do in a big festival like this, because this is quaint. they wrap everything up with saran wrap, like the poles and the power boxes and stuff like that. So when people put stickers on them and stuff, Monday they can come and cut off the saran wrap, and there's no stickers, and their downtown is still beautiful, and the hippies didn't win.
Oh,
But they do
Every weekend?
every weekend, dude. It's crazy. That was something that blew my mind. And then they're very tolerant of people nodding out in public. Like,
Well,
I must have walked by 6 guys nodding out, and I'm like, wow, you would get rousted in Vegas for nodding out like that in a
Now,
public area.
are they nodding out on benches, or are they still upright?
No, dude, one guy was nodded out and had nodded too hard and fell over the railing that he was nodding on, which happened to be the ramp to get into the public bathrooms that they have set. They're like trailers.
Well, then he was going to the right
so
place.
he was.
That's where he needed to
Well,
be.
he was. It was a very strange experience in Austin.
So I like the idea of being able to take a nap anywhere you please, but I'm not super into the fact that no matter how many Dobbs head stickers you put up, no matter how many Hypercube stickers are around, they're just going to get taken down anyway. That sounds kind of lame.
So
how are you supposed to know if you were there?
It is. So we went out of our way to find things that weren't saran wrapped, like construction signs. Philo put a couple of pipes on a construction safety sign. That'll stay there. There's, it was, I'll tell you the best part about the entire trip was I had never met Philo before in person. I never met Sterno. I never met Byron. I met Onan before, and I've spent some time with the Pressures. But I'll tell you what, they are the funniest group of people. And it's, Snord was there. It was a really out of control, funny. I recorded some of it that I'm going to give to my producer, Fidd, to sort through and make something tangible and incredibly awesome out of it. Because Fidd leads a sheltered life and doesn't have much.
Yeah, you can tell. Well, but who are all these people? Why do we care that they're funny?
Oh, well, we don't necessarily, because this is a popular radio show that doesn't really equate to the subgenre cultural /tribe that is the Church of the Subgenius. But now that there's a big movie coming out, I'm hoping to link the show up with the big movie.
Over here, Peas.
And I'm producing.
Right now?
It's time to announce that I'm officially producing, with the sanction of the church, a THC-infused Bobby, which is like a gummy or pipe. I haven't decided yet. That you will buy in the marketplace all over the state of Nevada within the next probably 3 months. So, that's exciting.
Just marketing right here on Time for the Show.
Argus Fox, do you have a Argus Fox? Do you have a cold?
I've been feeling a little. I think I might have a parasitic infection.
Because it seems.
But I think in a couple more months it'll take care of itself. I'm just gonna let it run its course.
You sound different, and Fidd's so quiet tonight.
Well, I don't have any excuses.
Oh, there he is.
He's got those beers. He's stacking the cans as we
the
speak.
times that I'm not talking, I'm
There you
actually
are.
taking a drink of beer, so that's why I'm being quiet.
Okay, very good, Fidd. I never question anything that you do, Fidd Chewley, because you are my spirit animal.
I thought he was your agent. Is he both?
People can multitask.
Well, thank you, Peas. I
So-
truly appreciate that, and I respect you as well.
Everybody, we're all just full of respect and beer.
And
here
I'm
at the
glad to have you
Hypercube.
here. Even though you made all these new friends, I'm glad that you didn't forget about us. So it's good to talk to you.
It's good to have
This
you
is-
back. We missed you. While
Definitely
you were out
missed
there
This is
you,
where
Peas.
my heart is. You guys don't understand. This is where my heart is.
I have a
Every
heart on
week.
for you as well.
There you go. See, and that's what I live for. I live to homoeroticize my closest friends and have them fantasize about me, because I think that's awesome.
There's a lot of fantasies going on about you, Peas. You know, you are just so
I can understand
handsome.
it. I can understand that. Sure.
In fact, if you're looking in the Discord chat right now, there is a lot of Peas hentai happening right now. Most of it is not safe for work, so view at your discretion.
Ooh, yeah.
But it's out there if that's what you're into.
Yeah, a lot of the.
I've provided these artists with new pictures, and I don't understand why these same 2 shots with me. It looks like I'm having a stroke in one because my jaw's all to one side, and my other one I'm sucking up my lip like.
Well, they're iconic.
Somebody's just farted.
Well,
they are
identifiable for your handsome peasness.
You don't get to pick which picture of you gets shared. You just have to let the people choose sometimes.
That's true. That's true. You know, you're so much wiser this week. I don't understand it.
Well, you know, been doing a lot of soul searching. It's been a long week. I had to go 1 week without you, and I just, had to find some serious questions from within, and I do feel like a different person.
We missed you, Peas. And
you sound like a different person. It's crazy.
I'm a new man.
All those vocational or vocal, whatever the hell you call that. When you practice with your voice box thingy.
Yes, you know what? I did have my vasectomy, and they didn't tell me that it was going to change my voice, but I guess that's a pretty common side effect. So here I am. I'm still in recovery.
Smell like burnt
right now.
hair.
Oh yeah, before I got mine, I used to talk like this. I can still do it if I focus.
Do you have one?
But now I talk like this, so it is a common. You're very astute in that medical fact.
Nobody told me that. I mean, I read all these things on the internet, but it was on the internet, so I just didn't believe it. So
I did a whole bit on one of the shows about my vasectomy and what a pleasurable experience it was until the very end.
Well, you know what? I think the Shags actually have a song about getting a vasectomy, so we're going to hear that right now. And then whenever we come back, Ellis and Martha Artha are going to be joining us.
Excuse me? I thought we'd be listening to the Kinks, 20th Century Man. I'm sure you misspoke.
That was so last year. We're on the Shags now. Sorry.
No, Shags are our new favorite.
This is 20th Century Man by the Shags. It's a song about having a vasectomy.
The 19th.
Yesterday is tomorrow.
And water swirls the opposite way down the drain in Canada.
It does.
As opposed to the United States.
It carries
and
more
I think you have to have an opposite swirl license to flush the toilet. Is that right?
Does the milk swirl in the other direction? Because they keep it in bags.
It comes in a bag, yeah, so there's no swirling involved. Going to the store to get me a bag of milk.
The bag actually cancels the swirl, and it gives us the laminar flow that you would see from the bag to the
now, at the end of the bag, do you have to like squeeze it out like it's a toothpaste thing to get the last remnant of milk out in case you're like, oh, my cereal's a little dry? Do you have special methods, Canadian skills that allow you to get every last milky goodness drip out of that milk bag?
Well, we generally just cut it open and go out. Squeegee. Yeah, we just we squeegee it right out.
Squeegee. Yeah. Oh, you're sciencing it.
Good gracious, Peas. Are you talk to your mother with that mouth? Just squeeze those milk bags.
Yeah, I might have. Don't tell anybody, but I might have made the fool of myself at the after party.
Well,
it's okay. You're here right now to redeem yourself on time for
this
show,
my show,
which we're back on. So speaking of which, I would like to go ahead and welcome Doc Ellis and Martha Artha. How are you guys doing?
Welcome.
Oh, quite good, thank you.
I've been worse.
So, me too. I've also been worse. Thanks for asking.
Listen,
I heard you guys were talking about which way to flush the toilet. I'm dying to know. In Canada, do you vomit in the same direction, or is it pretty much a universal thing?
Well, here we call it an upper decker. We take the back off the toilet and we vomit into that so that it's...
In case there's something going on downstairs.
Yeah, because you don't want to plug the bowl in case you need that. So you
gotta keep our
put it in the
outlets
top
open.
tank. And the top tank you don't have to clean either. Like, you don't ever look in there. And
and that's what it's for, is those emergency situations when you need both bowls.
when it's
I would really need like
all
2
three
toilets right
available
now
at
to work.
sites, yes. And
So listen, have you guys ever heard of a show called Letterkenny?
Yes.
Nope.
No,
We've never heard of that ever.
Is that an accurate portrayal
But hey,
of
guess
Canadian
what?
life?
You know what I have heard of is Blind Eyes, which is what we're getting ready to do right now on our show, Time for the Show. So,
How are we
who
ever
is
gonna learn
your
anything
blind
about our
eye
guests?
piece?
My blind eye is people don't let me ask guests questions when they come on the show.
No, because that's a question about somebody else's show. Let's ask them, our dear guests, have you ever played Blind Eyes amongst yourselves?
Are you familiar with the concept?
Yes, so speaking of which, the blind eye segment is the segment of the part of the show where basically there's this terrorist group called ISIS. They like to murder people. We don't like to murder people, but since they're going to do it anyway, we basically just list people that we might not. I mean, if it were to happen, we would maybe...
Something happens.
So
things happen. People get upset, but not us.
So that's basically
We're turning a
what the
blind eye
eyes
to
are.
it. Yeah, blind eye.
So who's your blind eye piece?
Well, I should blind eye the person that told me about Kentucky waterfalls when I was in Austin. Turns out that's a terrible thing to ask for in a bar.
What is that?
And it's a sex act. It's a Kentucky waterfall.
So why are you blind eyeing that?
Well, I was gonna.
You didn't enjoy
You prefaced it with I was gonna, but I'm not gonna because I'm scared technically. But so my yeah. My
That's all right.
blind
We all
eye.
get shy from time to time.
I get performance blind eye anxiety too, so I understand.
Do you? They have shots for that in Vegas.
So it's not the Kentucky waterfall. What shot is it?
Well, no, I'll tell you what Kentucky waterfall is. Okay, what is it? You pay someone $100 and they come into your hotel room and they sit down and do their taxes, fully clothed, and you have to sit in the corner of the room and you're not allowed to look at them in any way, shape, or form. Then when they're done with their taxes, they take the money and they get out. So
Do you have a safe
erotic.
word you set up ahead of time?
You do. It's called Trump. That's your safe word.
That's your safe word?
That's my safe word, sure. Because when else would I say
I think
that?
I could get down with a Kentucky waterfall.
Yeah. Well,
Picturing a little something
it would
different
be
in my
better.
head,
I
but,
think it would be better
if
if they did your taxes, but they just do their own taxes. See, that's the thing.
Okay.
A person, that's what makes it erotic. A person can only give another person a Kentucky waterfall once a year. So that makes the price very high. That makes it
I don't normally
higher.
think of taxes and sex acts unless somebody's.
Well, I'm in
urinating
Nevada and all
on
that
my
stuff's legal.
taxes.
Yeah. Well, no, that is not a
but
Kentucky
I forgot.
waterfall.
That's right. Pease is getting fucked by the IRS, so it is
Oh.
a sex act for him.
Yeah,
Of course.
he's-
Why
okay,
didn't I
okay.
think of that
It all
first?
makes sense. This is why he doesn't like his
somebody's
Kentucky
feeding you
waterfall.
lies.
Now I see why you weren't happy with it. Of course.
To me, that sounds like a totally erotic, dreamy experience. But
Right?
yeah, I see why the Pease
But
doesn't like it.
expensive.
Very expensive. All right. Well, that's
And the sitting in the corner part, you don't even get to, you just. And if you try to peek, they yell at you, "Don't look at me!" And so you got to look back in the corner.
And how much did you pay for this?
Stressful.
$100.
$100.
But it's okay. I got that money for free because there was a lot of beggars in Austin, and they were all asking people for $1. And so I said, I'm gonna ask people for $100, and I only need to get like one guy to go along with it. And it took like 8 hours, but I did get one guy finally to do it. I think he thought he was making a joke to his other drunk friends, but when I ran off, the joke was on him.
Great job.
Well, Dr. Ellis, do you have a blind eye, sir?
I don't know. I haven't really given it a lot of thought yet.
Really, you knew you were going to be on the show, right?
I knew, but I didn't. I never really. Nobody ever really.
You're familiar with the show, right? It's on your radio station, freethinkradio.com.
Like I don't have any sort of.
Canadians.
Do you have a Canadian sex act that involves taxes, Doc Ellis?
Actually, you do have your own Canadian sex act.
I do have my own.
Please tell us more.
Well, apparently, I like to get fucked twice while doing my taxes. I like to sit in a corner while two people come in the room and
do their individual
penises in my rectum while they also do their taxes, and that's just called.
Except you get a bill at the end.
That's called the Robert Kraft.
The Robert Kraft. I don't know. I just smoked a joint, so.
Trust me, in America, that's going to play real well.
Canada is such an exotic place.
It's magic.
It is.
It is.
Bagged milk.
It's actually next Thursday in Canada, believe it or not. And most people don't know that.
We got poutine.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. There's
guys
two
have
types of
bacon
poutine. There's two types of poutine. And in some parts of the country, that's French fries with gravy on it. But like in New Brunswick, that is a cannonball shaped of potato with salt pork in the middle.
I'm sorry, I was trying to hear what Doc Ellis said. Well, peas was American-splaining.
Stop American-splaining me, peas.
Ooh, that was nice. That's robot voice was used appropriately that time.
Amerisplaining?
Robo Joe.
Amerisplaining, yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah, the Amerisplaining.
It is now.
Talking
It
over
is now.
everybody else who's
trademark.
not American with an opinion.
I wished I hadn't encouraged it.
Who's your blind eye, peas?
One poutine.
My blind eye is people who live in Canada and don't realize there's two types of poutines.
Everything else is just cheese fries, man.
No, you didn't listen to me. The New Brunswick poutine is a ball of grated potato, like into a mush, and in the middle of that ball you put a little piece of salt pork, and then you boil that cannonball for like 8 hours, and then you serve it with maple sugar on top of it.
It's just the pork
and it's
dumpling, man. Like,
no, my wife and her family tried. Here's the thing. I ate one once.
Just one moment. There's no
ate
arguing
one
in
once,
the war
and
room.
I didn't have to eat again that entire year.
I believe that we have a lady present.
At least one.
Yeah, at least one. I believe I heard her earlier. Miss Lovely Martha Artha.
Was I swearing?
What do you think a Kentucky waterfall is?
Well, I was unaware it was anything other than a waterfall located in the great state of Kentucky until tonight. But I always learn something new on time for the show.
Also, Martha Artha, I would love to ask, do you have a blind eye you'd like to share with us?
I didn't until the topic of French fries came up, and my blind eye from now till eternity is frozen French fries.
Oh,
reminded me.
What a good one. You are the best at this, Martha Artha.
Frozen
oh my
French
God, that's
fries.
the best one we've ever been done. We should retire blind eyes.
All that
No
butter.
one will ever
All
top
that
that.
butter on your French
There's
fries,
nothing
peas.
wrong.
Good gracious.
Properly prepared frozen
French fries will always be an inferior product, and there's no excuse. There's no excuse
not
for
at all.
frozen fries.
PPFF are okay.
Pretty good one. Pretty solid.
Yeah, solid. Yeah. And a Fiddlius. did you have a prepared blind eye this evening?
Well, thank you for asking, Argus Fox. I do have a blind eye. This week, I would like to blind eye anybody who has ever used a flask. A flask?
Oh, no, that's
I mean, anybody who is actually an alcoholic knows that it's so much easier to just go ahead and fill your water bottle with booze. You know, you can get one of those sippy cups or whatever from Walmart. You can get it from the Dollar Tree. But no, I mean, some people want to use flasks. But first of all, it's how do you pour the drink in there? You have to use the fucking little funnel thingy. Second of all,
that's
it's
cool.
Impossible to clean. So if you have one flask, it's basically just your designated whiskey flask. Then you have to have a separate one for vodka because you're just not going to clean it. Let's be honest. Anyone who is actually, you know, a real life alcoholic knows that we can just, you know, flasks are too much. I blind eye anybody who's ever done that.
Just an unnecessary accessory.
They do not.
I love the flask. Banana shape.
A personally engraved flask.
I have a flask belt buckle. I have a flask that I take downtown. I have a banana flask that I take camping.
I said the blind eye. You haven't said yours yet. Who's your blind eye?
I hope that nothing happens to me and you feel bad.
It's like Coke without rum in a bottle. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Is that some kind of...
It's
Maybe Fox has a blind eye.
It's like a Jedi mind trick, but it's the plastic bottle that does the tricking. You just put the cap back on that shit, and it just looks like regular pop.
That's a flask.
But also, here's the thing: it's everybody knows what you're doing. If you want everyone to know that you're drinking alcohol, then yeah, go ahead and drink a flask.
That's what I want.
But if you're gonna go in public, then what's the point?
I want a flask that looks like a baby, so I can just suck the booze right out of the baby's head.
I mean, your wife is expecting, so you can probably make that happen in a few months from now.
Oh yeah,
I heard that
totally
in war, if you had a flask,
at least once,
someone shot at you, it would go into the flask and then not kill you.
Just, you know,
so that's
pre-made
why I
bottles
carry
of
a
White
flask.
Russians. Just haul those around in the stroller. Well, I also have a blind eye this evening, and mine is in honor of our honored Canadian foreign guests that we have on this evening.
No, we're the foreigners. You're not getting it. We're the foreigners.
Hey,
they're the regular
say
folk.
my blind eye.
Just make sure you know that you're the foreigner.
Your blind eye.
Who's your blind eye, Pete?
We're on this side of the wall. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We don't have a wall. We have a privacy hedge.
Exactly. It's tasteful. My blind eye is those silly and frankly ignorant toy manufacturers who insist on giving beaver toys white teeth. Beavers do not have white teeth.
That is
they are
correct.
Orange.
What color
that's a
do
good
they have?
one.
They are orange.
And they get it wrong every time.
Yellow.
Every time.
Why are they orange? Why are they orange?
Because beavers have, of all the animals in the animal kingdom, have jobs. And they work. And they have a working man's teeth. And so they're not clean and pearly white.
Spoken.
That's right.
Pretty good one.
But yeah.
The real thing is that beavers
toy people
chew tobacco.
And
the tobacco stains their teeth.
Depending on what
Speaking
time
of
of year.
teeth, I'm going to go ahead and chomp into the next song, which is 20th Century Man by the Kinks. Whenever we come back, we're going to play Is It a Band with Scalpod.
What's that about?
The bands.
It's time to
That's cartoons, you idiot.
Actually, that was 20th Century Man by the Kinks, and we're back. So we're about to play Is It a Band with Scalpod.
Our favorite game. We're just going to check and see, is this Scalpod with us in
Salutations,
Scalpod.
mutations.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome,
so,
Scalpod.
who is going first this week?
Well, let's see. Last week's winner was Fox.
Was it me?
Oh, hooray! I get to go
Fox was last
first.
week's winner.
That's a couple weeks in a row for you, right, Fox?
Yeah, I'm on a roll. Rolling through them bands.
Okay.
Or isms?
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 I mean,
Isms a band?
isms or isms not?
Fit. My mic will stop muting.
Alrighty.
Our first hypothetical band name comes to us care of.
Oh wait! We didn't say the rules.
Oh yeah, the rules.
Fid, the rules for the game.
Yeah, come on, Fid. Lay it out for them.
We gotta do the rules.
Okay, so every week we play this game called Is It a Band, where our host, Scalpod, will list off the hypothetical band names, and we all take turns deciding it's a band or it's not a band.
Yeah, and we're gonna play, what is it, best out of 3?
First
best
three.
out of 3.
Best out of 3.
First to 3.
Alrighty.
We have a lot of players tonight.
This show
Oh,
seems
yeah.
so much. This show seems so much better tonight, Fid and Argus. You guys are really tight tonight. This is like the
we
best
missed
show we've
you.
ever
I've been
done.
practicing.
You know, the absence makes the heart grow fonder, and we missed your handsome voice.
That's right. And
I don't know
familiarity.
what-
Your
Gotta be you
low, manly voice.
Yes, very manly.
This one.
Manly man.
Okay, let's hear the
Our
band name.
Our contestants tonight, we have Argus Fox,
Yo.
we have Fidd Chewley.
Hey.
Yeah, this is like roll call. We have Peas. And we have playing on behalf of famed David Hasselhoff.
Celebrity behalfing.
Yes, multi-talented actor and musical impresario.
Radio.com.
Dr. Ellis will be playing for the Hoff.
That's right.
Is that correct? So we have 4 contestants.
For the Hoff.
For the Hoff. Do it for the Hoff. Okay. So our first
Martha
hypothetical
Arthur
band name. Oh, I don't know. She's certainly welcome to. Is she?
Sign me up, Scalpod.
Okay, she's
Do
in.
it.
She's in.
She's in.
Martha is in.
You're gonna be able
Okay,
to keep
we've
all
got a
those
scrimmage.
scores, Scalpod, everybody on your tally list.
Yeah, we're giving
I'm
him
ready.
a run
I'm
for his
ready
money
to
tonight.
roll. Oh,
We have an official
set.
squad.
I'm
We're
loosened
ready
up.
to play.
Okay. First hypothetical band name comes to us from the lovely and hilarious
Hypothetical
Hazel
means
of the
is it or
Windmills.
Woo.
Oh, I like Hazel. She's my pal.
Hazel of the Windmills offers us Dank of America.
Ooh. Well, I don't go first, so.
Fox was last week's winner, so really, I mean, it's Fox's prerogative. First,
Well,
last,
you can
wherever
pass
you
or
want to
play,
go.
as you know, Fox. You can pass or play.
No, I think I'm gonna play. Let's see this cracker here.
It sounds delicious.
Bank of America. Sorry,
Tonight's
giving me
eating
the
on the
munchies
show has been brought
already.
to you by mailboxes.com. When you need to eat on the radio, think of mailboxes.com.
Yeah, where are we mailing those boxes, Pete?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would
Yeah.
love to have an address to send some boxes to.
I think that Dank of America is definitely.
Please wait your turn. You did not win
No.
last week, did you?
Jumping the
I
vine.
believe
Pete.
I'm sorry.
Argus
I
Fox's
thought I
turn.
was Argus Fox. I didn't realize you had changed your name over there, Mr. Hollywood. But yeah, I was thinking Dank of America. That's pretty clever. I have a feeling there's somebody somewhere. But yeah, it's a band. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so we
say
have a yes from Argus Fox.
I think Mold in My Syringe should be a band name.
Well, put that on the
Stay
list and
on
send
target.
it to Scalpod, because right now we're
Stay on-
playing Dank of America.
Do you have trouble focusing? Are you having trouble paying attention? Why not enlist in P's concentration camp?
It should be in the next
Yeah,
pale
you can
horse.
open it.
That's a good
Open one in
Scalpod.
Austin.
Is it my?
Good
Is
job,
it
dude.
my
Good
turn
job,
yet?
dude.
Fidd Chewley. Fidd Chewley, you
Yes.
are up next.
Oh boy, it is my turn. Okay, well, Dank of America, that is a fucking hilarious name. It's so clever. I love it, but I'm afraid that it's too good to be true. I would really love for that to be a band. It's really good. I would listen to them, but I don't think it is.
Fidd says Negatron. Peas?
Yeah, peas.
What say thee, peas?
The guest should go first, dude.
Oh, sure. That's fine. That's gentlemanly of you.
Because I'm handsome.
Very sportsmanlike.
Or cowardly?
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, it is peas, so.
All right. Well, it's tough call. My gut feeling was yes, because it is so timely and catchy. But I'm thinking maybe I should say no, because I'm usually wrong about these things. So I'm gonna say no, that it's not a band.
Martha.
What a great answer!
Martha is going with her gut.
Buttery
no way.
peas.
Dr. Ellis, on behalf of David Hasselhoff. What does the Hoff say? What does the Hoff say?
Well, it's not what the Hoff says. It's a matter of, thinking back through all the old episodes of Knight Rider and trying to imagine what would be on the mixtapes.
What would Michael say?
2000. Like, if I opened up the glove box,
I prefer Babe
2000 and started looking through the music in there. Dank of America.
You can't ask.
Feels
you
like
cannot ask
something
Kit.
the Hoff
No
would listen to
assistance
running
from
down
Kit.
bad guys on an episode of Knight Rider. So I'm going to say yes.
That is a yes for Dr. Hoffmeister. Okay, peas.
I'm going to say
Pass
yeah,
the
it's a
buck
band.
till the very end. Okay.
It's a band.
Says yes.
It's a band.
He says yes. Well, and I'm happy to report that Dank of America is a band. It is a band.
Ha ha!
A point for Fox,
Riding it.
and a point for Peas, and a point for Hoff.
For the Hoff.
No, nothing for Fidd and Martha. I'm sorry.
Ha ha ha! Fidd Chewley, take
Fidd and
that!
Martha have yet to score on the big board.
Never doubt yourself.
It can still happen. It's first to three.
Early in the game.
We're only one in. It's early days.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
hypothetical band name number 2
All right, let's do it.
comes to us via our good friend Rev80,
Oh.
and the band name is
Sexual in nature.
Bruce Campbell's Soup.
Of said chin fame? Oh,
Certainly, yes.
The mighty
Yes.
and magnificent Bruce Campbell. Pete, who's your blind eye?
May also be a suit.
It doesn't have the stage
Bruce
presence.
Campbell's soup. No, it's a little too clever. It's nice. I appreciate it. There's a lot of layers, but this is no blooming onion. This is this is not a band. No.
Says no faith. No faith.
No, none.
Okay.
Tory.
Fair enough.
So
Signor Chewley.
See, here's the thing. I'm actually kind of torn on this one because I feel like it is a band. I mean, logically, if it were a band, I feel like they'd have to worry about some kind of like copyright thing. Like there's something involved with royalties. I mean, it's not my band, but these are some things that I would consider. I guess I'll go ahead and say yes anyways.
Fidd is on board with Bruce Campbell's Soup.
who's next?
We can go with Martha again.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say no.
No.
It seems it's too clever. It's
Too clever by
obvious.
We think.
And musicians
we think
are
we're-
known for not being clever.
Exactly.
Although I think it may be a soup.
What if the band was named by someone in? Just stop to consider that piece.
What?
Has Pease cast his vote?
He has not. It's your turn now, Doctor.
I don't know. Like I can picture, sitting there with the Hoff driving. We're running down some crazy east and I'm looking through the tapes and I don't see it anywhere between Dank of America and Mold in My Syringe. So I'm gonna say no to that. No, the Hoff would not. I don't think he would stand behind a band like that. I don't think he would support it. It is not a band.
Would the Hoff sing one of their songs? That's what you have to ask yourself.
The Hoff would if it were a band. And I would just like to add that the Hoff, should he win tonight, is donating all of the winnings to Dank of America.
Oh, well, that's mighty generous of the...
The Hoff is a generous man.
Well, if I win, I'm going to donate my funds to the Kentucky Waterfall Fund.
Ooh.
Nice.
They have many beautiful waterfalls that need to be
organization.
Keep sex workers off the street. Support your Kentucky waterfall.
Off the street and in the motels.
Get them doing their taxes.
Don't look at them. Don't look at them.
It's honest work. They need to declare that.
Look.
They only get one time a year to do it. And some people, maybe that's the only act of prostitution they do in the entire year.
So who's your blind eye, Pease?
Safe, clean environment.
My blind eye is to my fishmonger.
A lot of people don't know that the HR and HS.
All right. So, anyways, Pease. Is it a band? Yes or no?
I'm gonna use strategy like my hero Fidd Chewley does, and I'm gonna say no because I said yes last time. It is not a band.
He's strategizing.
He's breaking the tenets of the game.
He's got a touch off in him.
All right.
Okay. Well, we have our answers in. Fox says no. Says yes. P says no. Hoff says no. Arthur says no. And the answer is that Bruce Campbell's Soup is not a band.
Oh my God! I am not a band. I am on fire tonight.
But it is several fairly entertaining T-shirt designs, so you can enjoy.
See that? I believe that totally is a great graphic.
Absolutely.
Doesn't read quote unquote as well audibly.
Yes.
I would listen to that band though.
Oh, I wouldn't say I wouldn't.
I'm sad that it's not a band.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm a Bruce Campbell Soup kid.
It's too good. It's delicious.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty
tasty,
good.
Tasty band name.
What's the score, Scalpod?
Well, the score is we have a 3-way tie going into round 3 here. Oh yes,
Come on, I'm ready to win this one.
Argus Faux, the Hoffmeister 9000, and Pease are all tied at 2 points. Martha is just pulling up with a 1 point, and Fidd Chewley, our reigning champion for 2019, is dragging a big fat goose egg down the track.
I have no idea how that's happening. I don't know how Fidd Chewley, am playing worse than normal
Slipping,
tonight.
Fidd.
It's a complete mystery.
Well, on to the next band.
Feel that bear rape.
Okay.
Next.
Hypothetical band name number 3 comes to us from the lovely Normal Jean, my wife, and the name of the band is Bitchfork.
Oh.
Who goes, man? Who goes?
Man.
Whose turn is it?
Fox.
Pitchfork.
Fox.
Oh my God.
Argus Faux.
I'm in awe. I love
Currently
this.
at 2 points.
This
is
very
important round.
I'm gonna risk it all and go with God damn Bitchfork. Yeah. No, please be a band. I want this to be a band so much. This is great.
That is a very enthusiastic endorsement.
No, it's
Pitchfork.
just I love it. All right.
I'm gonna
Fidd.
be angry if it's not.
Fidd Chewley.
Fiddulous.
This is your chance. This is your chance to get on the big board. If Fox
Get
is
on the
wrong,
board, Fidd.
Come on, Pitchfork.
What's it gonna be?
Pull up.
Are you gonna use some strategy, or are you just
It has to be a
children,
band.
Fidd.
Pitchfork. That just sounds. It sounds like, I don't know. It just sounds like a tough chick band. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Another wholehearted yes for Pitchfork. Martha Artha, what say ye?
I'm on the boat with Fidd and Fox on this one. I want this to be a band, and since strategically speaking, I'm kind of free to just go with my heart on this one. I'm saying yes.
Always go with your heart. Follow your heart and dreams.
That's right.
That's what Time for a Band is, or Is It a Band, is all about. Following your heart.
That's
It's
right.
about the dream. The dream.
Keeping the dream.
No strategy.
No,
Keep
it
it
doesn't
pure.
do you any good.
Listen to your heart. Follow your gut.
It's such a good name. That's
the
the
game.
problem. That the Hoff.
It is,
would
yes.
This would be
Yes,
one of the
Hoff.
dilemmas that Knight Rider would fall into. He'd pull up into the parking lot, and there'd be like,
I can't help
he'd
you,
see a
Michael.
sign on the bar that said,
Yes,
"Playing
Dr.
tonight,
Ellis,
Pitchfork,"
you're correct.
And he'd be like,
This is a poser.
"Is this a band? Like, if I go in there, is there going to be a band, or is there going to be a bunch of fucking bad guys? You know what I mean?"
And either way,
Fellas wanting to fight or something, eh?
That would be like one of the
Fisticuffs, you
ultimate
can't have
fucking
that.
Knight Rider episodes.
It's only
I'm gonna
Thursday
say-
night. You can't
I'm
have
gonna
that.
I'm gonna say it's a trap, and Pitchfork is not a band.
Not a band.
You go hide in the washroom while us men do the rest of it.
Speaking of, is it a band? I mean, we may or may not have, is it a band, somebody in the Discord chat for cheating, so please don't do that.
Yes. Only official results to be released by the guest host, which is
That's you
Scalpod.
guys are missing the whole thing.
Okay, so we play
Nasty
Is
is
It a Band with
convinced
one?
that he
Oh,
has
the powers that be
justly
have come in.
by Cosmac. Cosmac's commandos.
I mean,
of
The time has
prematurely
come for
releasing
someone to put their
information.
foot down, and that foot was Cosmac.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Cosmac, he does not fuck around.
So,
Would
Peas,
that
who's
be
your
something like
band?
Stark foot of removal?
So
Okay,
here's the thing about
now we're down to
Pitchfork, all
peas.
right? Here's the thing about Pitchfork. It is a Village People cover band. It does exist, and they have 3 albums.
You're awfully
Can you name them?
confident.
Does he get extra points if he gets all of that right? Because I think he should.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And if he can name all 3 albums, super extra bonus points for the whole
He can
season.
name
Bitch,
one of
go.
them, I'd give him 5
That bitch
bucks.
is my mom. And bitch. All by Pitchfork.
That sounds like this evening's podcast.
I'm almost afraid he might.
Sounds
But the
plausible.
Hop is confident. The Hop is
plausible.
confident that it is a trap and he should not go. It's like Pitchfork. That's not a band. I'm not going in there. It's a fucking trap. It's Russian.
Let's see
Okay.
if the Hop is
So,
right.
so our answers were Argus Fox, yes. Fidd Chewley, yes. Peas with a yes. Dr. Hoffmeister, no. Martha Artha, yes. The Hoff, bucking the trend.
I gotta.
Which I have to tell you, Hoff, it's unfortunate because you should have listened to these people. Pitchfork is clearly a band.
It's clearly a band.
yes!
Clearly a band.
Do it.
Too good to not be a
Literally.
band. Clearly a band. A metal band, of
Literally.
course.
Off.
But here's
Literally.
the thing. It's a metal band
Yes!
comprised entirely of dudes.
I did not expect that.
Yeah,
Yes.
see?
Wait, are we sure they're dudes? You can't just assume
Tricky.
a band's gender.
Look at the pictures.
Don't
Look
be in the
well,
21st century,
okay. The
Scalpod.
pictures. Yeah, I don't want to assume anybody's genre.
Yeah. All right. So wait.
But so
Is that
here's the
so-
sit.
so where
Here's
does
the
that put us?
here's the sitch, folks. Here's the sitch. Fox and Peas are tied at 3.
Haha, a challenger.
So we have to have at least a tiebreaker round here. We'll see whether or not this one can do the trick. So our 4th hypothetical band name
We need a drum roll.
is Obsessive Repulsive.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This is for the marbles, right? Right here. This one's for the
It
marbles.
very well could be.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be, unless you and Fox tie yet again, in which case we have to go to a round 5. So
The Hoff is here if you need a light.
now everybody, in the past, I know Fidd likes to say, "Oh, mathematically, blah blah." No, everybody continues playing until we have a clear winner. So.
Oh, we're all going. Oh,
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay,
that's fine. You can waste my time. I got nothing better.
Yeah.
Well, you can pontificate from over there, Fiddulous.
When did we start listening to
Keep
Fidd?
stacking beer cans.
I am. Thanks.
But geez, Louise. Obsessive repulsive. I'm kind of repulsed by this. This is that's a hard one. Obsessive repulsive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step out on the
typing
limb
in the background is great.
of is it a band, and I'm gonna say yes. This could possibly be a band. It's got some nice alliteration. I do like the syllablics over there. So yeah, it is a band.
Yee from Fox. It is a band.
Mostly sure.
It is a band. Fidd Chewley?
I'm gonna have to agree with Fox on this one. I mean, in more words or less, Fox basically just said it sounds pretty together, so I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay. Martha?
Well, on this one, I have a feeling that it is a band, but I have a feeling that it's probably like some very emo teenagers.
Right?
That's kind of
well. It's the game is not is it a good band? It's just is it a band?
Yeah, we're not judging anybody.
Exactly.
Bonus points if it's
well, we are judging, but we're just judging whether
Scalpod
you get.
is definitely judging.
That's
us.
Here comes the judge. We're not judging the quality of the music.
It's all right. So, but because I think it's a band that I probably wouldn't listen to, I'm going to say it's not a band.
Not a band. Okay, fair enough. Sound logic. Hoff?
I think since the last time I said no, it wasn't a band, and I was wrong, I'm going to say yes. Yes, it's a band.
Okay.
And hope
Be
it
careful
changes.
with that strategy there, sir. It can backfire on you very quickly.
It
I
can. It can.
I think it's something the Hoff would do. I think he'd do that in an episode. I think he'd be like, "No, I fell for that the last time."
He's playing to character.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a celebrity behalfing. I've got a method behalf.
Peas?
That's not a band. That's not a band.
It's not a band. Obsessive repulsive is not a band.
No.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, folks. We have our votes. We have a yes from Argus Fox, yes from Fidd Chewley, no from Peas, yes for the Hoff, a no for Martha Arthur. And the answer is obsessive repulsive is not a band.
Oh!
But it is songs by two different bands.
Doesn't count.
I know. Yeah. This is neither here nor there.
Trivia.
That's just trivia. It's just factoids.
People like to know things about stuff. I get you.
And it's also two albums.
Oh,
So
wow.
the name is working, but just not nobody went for the band name. So
wow, what a shitty band name! Enu Breathes Malice.
Yeah, they went with that.
That's ennui.
Scurvy the Clown.
Wait, did
Scurvy
you say
the Clown.
emu?
Yes.
Enu Breathes Malice. The guy from the.
Can we just have a segment where we have Peas read us some French?
Yeah,
I would love that.
What's the other
maybe
band
read us the
name, Peas? I want to hear you say that one.
Read us the
French audiobooks.
Scurvy the
Play some
Clown.
Camus on us. Some Camus.
Yeah, some
You could read L'Etranger by
Scurvy the
Camus.
Clown.
I believe that makes me the winner.
Peas, unfortunately, is the winner. Yes.
Now, I want everyone to know that I was inspired to win this game by Cosmac. of Cosmax Commandos.
Oh my God, I'd like to keep my hearing.
I should have had such inspiration before I went.
Next time you'll know.
Represented the Hoff like
you
that.
should have as good a pal as I do in Cosmax of Cosmax Commandos.
How could you guys let me represent the Hoff like that?
How could you let me down?
And with that, we are going to go ahead and go to a song break. Let's hear some Bitchfork. See what they have.
Yeah,
Bitchfork.
The 20th century man.
I love the Village People, so it's got to be good.
God, I hope so. Time for the show from Free Think Radio. And those were Bitchfork there. Bitchin'. And but now comes the special time for every show where we go through and thank everybody that chips in and makes sure the good ship Hypercube keeps a chugging. Fidd Chewley there, you have the list.
I do have the list, and I would love to say all the names of the Patreons. Can I say that? Argus Faux?
I think we're after 11. Now we can say all those words.
All right. Well, I would like to give a very special thanks to Dr. Cosmac, Apostasy X Finord, Reverend Caller 23, Reverend Couchsloth, Reverend 80, Dr. Scalpod, Hazel of the Wisdmails, Chris Ferguson, Rev Jitney, Fricure. Who is this next one?
Oh, it's a tough one to say.
Is that Cat Feather?
Cat Feather.
That's a dumb name. Anyway, next we have Guru Drew, Elvis Martini. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate you.
You're all very special in our hearts and in our cubes. And if you would also like to pitch in for keep time for the show rolling, you can do so through our various social media platforms and whatnots. And there's, oh my God, there's so many letters. There's
just
so many.
All kinds of way that you can give us money. We don't make it hard.
No, yeah, you can always get to us.
Really, there's no excuse. If you have money, what are you doing with it? Give me.
To us. We deserve it.
We definitely deserve it. I mean, even though you probably worked for it, we still want it deserve it more than you.
Oh, is this not work? We gotta put a show.
It's definitely work.
This is totally work. And we're Peas. What's your address for the sending of the stuffs?
Well, fellas, you get upset with me when I give my address when I tell you it's 6428 Doe Peak Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada 89108. But I like to say that on the radio because people send me stuff.
Can also go to timeforthewebsite.com. Give us a call at 321-765-FAUX. That is 321-765-3289. You can also send us an email at timefortheemail@gmail.com. You can also give us a tweet at timeforthetweet. If you're into Facebook, it's facebook.com/timefortheshow. Or if you want to send us mail and, sending it to a home address makes you uncomfortable for some reason, we also have a P.O. Box. So that's P.O. Box 4304, Winter Park, Florida 32793.
Yeah, so you can send us, some funky photos or any of your letters. And speaking of letters, we have some letters for Peas. We've got some Ask Peas questions.
Yep, that's right. It is time to ask Peas. The part of the show where we ask Peas. Actually, it's not us asking Peas. Somebody writes us, and one of our viewers. Yeah, one of our viewers will write us a letter, and then we ask Peas.
We were allowed to ask Peas questions.
We are allowed.
In his infinite wisdom, he will answer. You ready, Peas?
Okay.
And we are also going to extend. If you're comfortable with it, Martha, Arthur, and Dr. Ellis, you could also answer along with Peas. Give us some Canadian advice.
Oh, maybe, eh? We'll see.
Oh, I'd way rather ask Peas a question.
Oh, well, yeah, you can always do that too.
All right, so it looks like Peas has been muted. He's not able to hear the question. So the first letter comes from a lobotomy Tom, who is writing out of our very own Hypercube Insane Asylum, which is pretty weird because we normally don't allow contact for patients, so I'm not really sure how this one got through. But anyway, we'll go ahead and read it.
Slipped it out through the poop chute.
Yeah, very weird. We have to make sure that this never happens again because we need to keep him isolated.
However, receiving it, we are obligated.
We have to do it now.
We have to read it.
Here we go. All right. Dear Peas, I'm not actually a crazy person. It's just that sometimes whenever I eat too many Pringles and I forget to drink water, my sodium level gets too high and I get a little cranky. Now, this hasn't really even been a problem in my personal life all that much. However, Dr. Fox insists that I am mentally ill and that because of this condition, I could never adapt to a regular society and that I must remain in the Hypercube Insane Asylum against my will. For many years now, Dr. Fox has performed countless experimental procedures on me, and every day he gives me different pills that make me feel really funny. In fact, I think that the pills are actually making my penis smaller. Is this torture really necessary? And will I ever see the sunlight again? Lobotomy Tom out of Hypercube Insane
like a juice
Asylum.
Box full of Jello. It is one of the most disgusting things. I was just wondering if you had these same stupid frogs as what we do up here in Kanaka State.
Not in Nevada, but in Oklahoma. Where I stayed a while.
What's the answer? We asked you.
So the answer is that you'll find frogs called peepers in the middle of the road in many locations in North America, Oklahoma, Canada, and it's very discerning. I understand this writer's problem when they drive over the frogs and the squishy jelly-like noise that resonates through the car. And many people don't know this, but over 600 people a year are killed in frog-related car accidents because there's so many frogs on the road that it's actually like a frog ice, and you can lose control of your vehicle and go right into the swamp.
I would not doubt that one bit.
All right.
I hope that answers your question, Carla.
Yes, that was the best answer we could have possibly helped for. And we're just going to go ahead and set this letter on fire and make sure that there is no more contact from the inside. So
that should never have reached
We're moving on now. Thank you, Peas.
You know, I've never really heard, we've been doing this bit a while, but I haven't heard shows where it actually is all put together by the expert editor that is Fidd Chewley. Fidd Chewley of Truly Chewleys. No, it's Fidd. Most people don't know that. I did a lot of research to find out Fidd's real name. I wanted to find out Fidd's real name because I didn't like having such a close friend who I didn't know his real name. And it turns out it is Fidd Chewley. He fools us with the Fidd Chewley. But
it's actually Fiddulous, but because I like you, Peas, I'll let you call me Fiddward. I mean, I'm just Fidd, you know.
That's the Canadian way to say it.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Do we have any other viewer mail?
This is the high impact second hour of the show. The first hour of the show, we kind of ease into show. But this is where you'll find your comedy gold.
Are we still?
You'll sift through many things, and then you'll realize this is where, in the second hour, is where the comedy gold. That's where your Kentucky waterfall of the show is going to be.
Who's your blind eye, Peas?
Heck, that fishmonger.
Stupid
You
frog.
keep saying
Please
this. What the hell is a
elaborate.
fishmonger?
Oh,
We must
so I
know
go-
more. Who is your blind eye?
I went to the fishmonger, right? And it's a Chinese fishmonger, and I bought a striped bass and a halibut, and you pick your fish up out of the ice and you take it to the fishmonger and you say, hey, do this thing to the fish. But it's Chinese.
Is this another Kentucky waterfall? Are you doing Kentucky waterfalls with fish, Pete?
Listen, I had a busy weekend.
He says that he doesn't like it. In fact, he turned a blind eye to it, but I think that might mean he has a guilty conscience. You know?
Is the peas protesting too much?
I mean, we already know.
So, no, I told the guy, I gave him a halibut. This full halibut fish. And I said, please fillet this. And he's like Filipino
for the
Chinese. Yeah, fillet it for the halibut. So what he does, he cuts it in half and puts it in a bag. I don't realize this till I go, because they give you a number, come back for your fish. And on the sea bass, I said, clean it and make it ready for cooking. He didn't even scale. I think it's because I'm Irish and it was St. Patrick's Day. But so I get home. And I have like $30 worth of fish.
Racism, Peas? Are you accusing the fishmonger of racism?
I am. It's official. I am. But anyway, that guy,
fish.
In the fishmonger pit where they monger the fish, they were all laughing at me. I know it because they're like, oh, we cut halibut in half. You can't do anything with that. Stupid Irishman. And then I'm sure it was like, oh, we're not even scale your fish. You can't even eat it. Ha ha ha, St. Patrick fool.
Well, and so did you tell him how you were going to cook it? Maybe you were going to mud cook it. I've had you leave the scales on for that process.
Dude, I had to be... First of all, we had to go buy a fillet knife, which is not an easy thing to do. And the only place you can really buy a fish fillet knife, believe it or not, is the camping section at Walmart or Target.
How hard it is to buy a fillet knife these days.
Anyway, my blind eye is the fucking fishmongers. They're always fucking us. And that's for sterno. Goddamn fucking fishmongers.
Yeah, fuck it. Dr. Ellis, did you have a questione for the peas?
When I drink grape juice and go pee, where does the purple go?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Profound.
Most people don't know that your blood is naturally opaque. And only by drinking grape juice can you get that healthy blue color in your blood. And that's why anemics that don't have access to grape juice wind up getting the scurvy.
Okay, now why does it...
All right. Well,
smell,
that
though?
reminds me of a song.
Do you need a more complicated answer?
No, that's good.
Because I have a secondary answer if that will help you.
Because we're gonna go into a song in just a moment, and we will return with more time for the show.
Can Peas sing? Sing us a song, Peas. You have a lovely, handsome voice.
I like to sing, but I don't know the words to anything. So when I played in my band and I would stand for the microphone, I would just phonetically make noises that sounded like...
During the Civil War, some were kind of funny, humorous. There's a story about this. There's a fellow pulled up some weeds once, and there's some little things on the roots. They turned out to be peanuts. Now, the fellow that pulled up the weeds, his name was Mr. Goober. So they were known as Goober Peas. Shall we sing it?
Yeah, let's do
it. Sitting by the roadside on a summer's day, chatting with my messmates, passing time away, laying in the shadows underneath the trees. Goodness, how delicious eating Goober peas. Peas, 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 eating Goober peas. Goodness, how delicious eating Goober peas.
My grandpa called them ground peas, I think.
Yes.
Now, when a horse sportsman passes, the soldiers have a rule to cry out at their loudest, "Hey, mister, here's your mule." But another pleasure enchantinger than these is wearing out your grinders, eating goober peas. Peas, 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 eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas.
Just before the battle, the general hears a row. He said, "The Yanks are coming, I hear their rifles now." He turned around in wonder, and what do you think he sees?
He sees the Georgia militia eating goober peas. Peas, 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 eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas.
It's actually a terribly racist song. The third verse in that song is a terrible verse. And we all think that's a funny, happy song, and that's actually a terrible song.
All right,
and
we're back with time for the show. Thanks so much for listening to that song. It was such a great song, 20th Century by the Kinks. Super into it.
There we go.
So we're here with me, Fidd Chewley, Argus Faux, the Peas, Martha Artha, and Doc Ellis, who we're super excited about having as guests tonight. So Doc Ellis.
Do you guys feel like guests? Because we've ridden you a little hard and put you away wet. Do you feel like guests? Do you feel still this was a good choice in your career to come on our show?
Worst career choices.
I thought so.
Well, we're very pleased to have you here on the show.
Mostly, yeah, sure.
But yeah, we're intrigued about your life in the far north, in that strange foreign far land that well, actually you're just right there, aren't you?
Just bizarre, really. Yeah.
The Europe of North America.
Yeah, well, it's a little known fact that once you get to the Canada-U.S. border, it's almost like the Ross ice shelf. It's just snow, and
it's like that wall in Game of Thrones. Just all of a sudden,
just snow all the time.
Big ice wall.
If only it could be a little bit bigger than the one in Game of Thrones, I'd be a little bit happier. But you know.
So here's some little known Canadian facts that most Americans don't know. The Canada has been preparing for an invasion for the last 100 years, actually. That's why 90% of all Canadians live within 50 miles of the United States border.
Why don't you let the people from that place tell us their interesting facts about that place?
Tell us.
Yeah, I think they got some explaining to do.
Yeah,
well, they're ready to invade us.
Mouth.
Interesting Canadian facts. Well, there was the
Take an boys.
Just like an endless talking point, because like there's so much to know. Like you were going on about the beaver's teeth, and not many people know that sometimes that color, it depending on what time of the year, like if they're in their rut, it could be moose or a mountain lion blood stains, because the beaver, like when they wake up from their hibernation.
Vicious creatures.
They're vicious. They're horrible. Like
that's why we have to trap them and kill them.
Have you ever seen a beaver dam? It's basically made out of baseball bats, and that's what they fight with.
I seen that beaver. Damn. Am I right? Am I right?
That's kid radio right there.
At both ends, like beavers really are like they're a problem up here. Like if you get out of your car and you don't lock shit up, like
they'll steal your stereo.
They will, man. They will.
I'm gonna put this in my dam.
I think a stereo would probably be a good, it would make a good thing in a dam. I would build a dam out of car stereos.
Everybody, they can listen to time for the show.
Exactly.
In their little water bunker.
And since you're already in Canada, it's like right there. You can just listen to freethinkradio.com. It's so convenient.
Super convenient. Now, Dr. Ellis, I've heard of a thing called a maple syrup reserve.
The reserve, that's our economy is essentially based on the quantity of maple syrup in our reserves. It's like your U.S. gold standard, but it's more of like a fluidic volume per value.
Can you explain the big sugar smack crisis of 79? What was the big sugar smack controversy or crash of 79? How did that affect the economy?
See, that was when they started doing the high fructose. That we started.
Yeah.
I guess our government started stepping on it with like corn syrup and high fructose syrup and.
Shocking.
And yeah, they got caught.
Actually, molecularly identical to any other type of sugar.
Well,
isn't
it gave friendly diabetes, and that's how we got caught. Was his mustache just exploded, and they're like,
space aliens,
what the fuck?
Diabetes.
Do you know what space aliens would call high fructose corn syrup?
They tested some of his foot blood.
They call it your mom.
No, they call it sugar.
Specify which aliens.
Yeah,
our reptilian overlords. They wouldn't make something for us that wasn't good for us.
Well, they are trying to
or...
terraform the planet so that their breeding pods will work. Like the atmosphere is all wrong here. You see,
who can blame them? Who doesn't like to breed?
I know it.
Don't you guys like breeding? I like breeding.
Do y'all ever breed on the short bus? I mean, that's a pretty good show, right?
Isn't that something that it's one of your projects, sir? The short bus show.
Yes, we would
cross the line, did I?
Short bus.
We guarantee clean windows on the short bus.
Oh, do you lick them?
Well, if we do it right, sure, that's easy.
We supply the hockey helmets.
That's a lot more than other bus drivers are willing to promise.
That's where the Kentucky waterfall comes in handy.
Yeah.
It is. We have a desk at the back of the bus that.
Man, do you guys really have a bus?
It's kind of hard to write on a bus.
In spirit, we do.
I would love to have a bus. We should get a bus together. Let's the three of us get a bus. The four of us. I got
the difficult things that you do on a bus. You all play records. I play some pretty interesting ones. Where do you? How do you research or dig out your stash?
We stick our hands into one of 4 or 5 bags and/or boxes of records that either one of us have somehow managed to
accumulate
over the years. And
don't talk about your crimes on the radio.
So it's basically like a trick or treat scenario.
A lot of them, some of mine are from. I had this like little revisit of the okay, maybe I can be a DJ phase, and I bought some turntables that came with like a bunch of stuff, and I never got good at it, so that goes into another pile of like my childhood record collection and like a bunch of like, just slit your wrist country stuff that I got from my dad's collection.
Don't you have a Fidd Chewley to sort that stuff out for you?
Yeah. Fidd?
Yeah, don't you have a Fidd Chewley to do all the hard, heavy lifting of editing and selecting which were good records and stuff like that? I mean,
no, they do it live.
Every radio show needs a Fidd Chewley.
On the short bus is that you never actually know what record is going to come out of the crate.
What's the random pull today?
Ooh,
oh, here we go.
We get a random
Rob Bass and DJ Easy.
Those are my favorite.
Definitely could not possibly be 20th Century Man by the Kinks.
Oh, is it time for a song already?
The Shack.
That must be winding down.
Play some Ace of Base.
Ace? Oh, so tedious.
That sounds.
It is like depressing shit. Like I went to high school through the 90s and stuff, and I always figured it was just poppy fucking crap until I grew up, and then I was like, hey, let's listen to the words of this and see what made it so popular. And like
once I developed my own depression, it became really good.
Fucking savage. Like this woman is just tearing a strip off this poor bastard.
It is super weird because I had heard that song so many times, in like a Walmart or a Home Depot. They play that song everywhere. I had no idea the true meaning behind
You never actually listen to the words. You just kind of tune it out because it sucks. But you listen to the words, you're like, fucking ouch.
Yeah, it's...
it's like, Jesus, lady.
Some of those are pretty intense. I remember some Suzanne Vega from back in the day, and that hit me pretty hard as a little kid.
Suzanne Vega, the name rings a bell. I would have to hear the tune in a Walmart.
That's really the ambience you need for such a song as I don't know if this is the title, but the line went something about man in a war lost his leg, but he still feels that leg like he did before. It's a beautiful ditty.
It's a beautiful ditty. So
Use
deep.
your blind eye, peas.
Cheesy poofs.
Cheesy poofs.
Peas has to step away. He say scoop talk for the rest of show.
Scoops, I thought you were on the way in a retreat.
No.
Where have you been?
You should play Scoop's theme music when he comes on.
You're
Everyone
late.
else gets theme music. I am late. I admit I'm late, but I was in the Ukraine. I thought that music explained all of this.
Well, we Scoops will consider your request, but we've already received a request for this musical break of I guess some Ace of Base.
Say is not so. Play a Scoop
20th
song.
century Ace of Base by the King.
Play Freebird.
Scoops. He's Slavic. Scoops.
She leads a lonely life. She leads a lonely life. When she woke up late in the morning light, and the day had just begun, she opened up her eyes and thought, oh, what a morning. It's not a day for what? It's a day for catching time. Just lying on the beach and having fun. She's going to get you. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Yeah. So if you are inside and the day is right, she's a hunter, you're the fox. The gentle voice that talks to you won't talk forever. It is the night for passion, but the morning means goodbye. Beware of what is flashing in her eyes. She's going to get ya. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Baby, yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants. All that she wants.
Until you find real women that you can mate with.
That was definitely not a song written by Nazis. Definitely not.
No,
that was
not at all.
a legit pop song.
No association whatsoever.
That's an R. Kelly
not a
song.
one.
R. Kelly wrote that song. Most people don't know.
He's a talented dude. He's a master of
And
many
Michael
genres.
Jackson
People don't know that
produced it.
about him.
Michael Jackson produced it. R. Kelly wrote
Yeah,
the
there's
lyrics.
nothing wrong with R. Kelly. He's a totally
kidding.
legit gentleman who never
Yeah,
hurt
he's
anybody.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice
Is he handsome?
Speaking of nice guys, we're here with Peas, Doc Ellis, Martha Artha, Argus Fox, and me, Fidd Chewley.
Fiddulous.
A.K.A.
Fidd Chewley.
Yeah, sure.
and Cosmac is here
thank
too.
you.
Yes.
Cosmic Commando!
Oh my fucking ears.
Now with more peas.
That's right. We got a full house tonight. Woo!
Communism.
You kids keep it down. I'm trying to sleep.
You
And
tell us.
Scalpod is here.
Old man Scalpod out here.
And Joe Rogan is here.
Scoops and Joes.
Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. We're glad
Show
you're here.
Regina.
So, yep, we got
Joe
a full
Rogan,
house
Joe
tonight.
Rogan.
What you guys got for me? Say something funny. Be funny. I'm
Be
tired.
funny,
I'm tired of being
please.
funny.
Robo Jane, show Regina.
Jesus.
Well, not exactly what we were looking
Said
for,
Do
but
you
that'll
know?
work.
Do you guys know that Aunt Jemima really isn't related to anyone?
So what does that mean? Is she just like an
She's the
android, or
only-
she's just like
she's
some
the-
kind of like
She's the only child
experiment
that
was
never
grown
married.
in a
So it's
That's
laboratory?
racist.
impossible for her to
Yeah,
be an
Pete.
aunt.
That's racist.
She's your aunt, just like Uncle Ben is your uncle. Duh.
No, and that's the other thing. He also is no one's actual.
It doesn't make it right.
So are you trying to say that
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 ain't right.
means you love her less
That ain't right.
because she's less of a human? So you're not really into
Well,
Aunt
she's
Jemima? You don't think she's
That-
sexy anymore?
He's got the hots for Mrs. Butterworth.
Oh,
Now,
That's cold.
she's actually a widow. She's
It doesn't
actually
matter
a widow.
anyway. Aunt Jemima is not maple syrup. It
Her
is
husband
bullshit.
died.
It is
Mrs.
liquid,
Butterworth's
I mean-
husband.
runny, smeary bullshit.
I mean, she's maple where it counts, okay?
well,
Mr.
what do you-
Butterworth died of
Martha
diabetes.
Artha, Dr. Ellis, what do you think? Yay or nay? Pariah or Messiah on Aunt Jemima?
Oh, still do that?
We're doing it
Oh,
tonight.
Aunt Jemima,
Why
is a
not?
thumbs down, eh? That's a 2 thumbs down for the Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, see? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Runny, watery,
now,
No
why?
stars.
shit.
No stars.
No,
why is she a
it
pariah?
doesn't make it right.
sorry, what was that?
That ain't right.
Well, you know, when we do the
think it was
when we
right.
do the Mariah
That's
or
racist.
Pariah, we know that like we have to say why we don't like Aunt Jemima, or
So
we say
tell
why we
us,
do like her.
please, why
Since she's a
do you-
Mariah, we
Why
like
do
her.
you
She's a
hate Aunt
Pariah.
Jemima? Please fill us in.
Yeah.
Well, if I had
That's
to
communism.
elaborate, I would say that Aunt Jemima is part of what Dr. Ellis was talking about earlier in the great.
It's a part of
Syrup
a greater
depression.
syrup conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean, she's a
Most people
factor.
will just put Aunt Jemima on a table and call it maple syrup, when in fact it is table syrup. And
You know why they put her on the table? Because she's thick, okay? She's thick.
We didn't. Hold on.
No,
Everybody
no,
stop.
she ain't.
Everybody take a
It is
stop.
the runniest, wateriest bullshit
No,
ever.
no. Listen,
You can't
we have
even
to stop.
freeze it.
Stop the show.
Why?
This is
So-
an important.
Argus
This
Fox,
is an important.
don't like your girls
This is an
watery.
important.
That's fine.
This is an
call it
Interesting.
cultural difference.
fever.
You
pit.
have so many syrups in Canada that you actually designate one to be table syrup, which is inferior to maple. What other types of? Is there like bathroom syrup? Is there bedroom
That ain't
syrup?
right.
I think the
Everybody
bedroom
loves
syrup is
corn
basically
syrup.
the
How can you not
the
have
Lubriderm
bacon and corn
lotion,
syrup?
right?
Do you not have bacon where
Or
you
the,
are?
Well, we don't have table syrup, dude. That's like a novel concept. Oh, we got
Well, it's-
syrup.
that's
and we-
Canada,
Does it
Pete.
just
bedroom
say
syrup is
syrup?
KY
Every
jelly.
culture has
No,
that
it's
one
table syrup.
cultural thing where they have many words for it, whereas we just have one. So yeah, as our wonderful Canadian neighbors, they have many types of syrup.
That's
No.
boggling my mind, though.
Well,
Why don't you, let
know.
them tell us what they are?
Other types of syrups? That's what I asked him.
And then you talked over him.
Okay, so speaking
that's
of
my
talking
thing.
over, I'm feeling. How many peas are with us tonight?
I feel like a lot.
All of the
Because I hear
peas.
I like whippets too.
All of the peas. And we all suffer from a distinct lack of imagination.
He's got the
That's
syrup
racist.
rack.
This is the most wonderful show.
It's basically busted up into different categories, like you would sugar.
Well, you've got your table peas and you've got your bedroom.
White
I
sugar.
feel it sounds like a G.I. Joe when you would pull the
Out with more
string.
peas.
Is that a robot peas?
No,
Out
that's
with more
the pea
peas.
soundboard.
Robot
That's the pea
peas.
sound. No,
Yeah.
no such thing.
We have many
That is the
peas.
pea
Yeah.
soundboard.
The
Lots of
peas
times.
soundboard.
Soundboard? What is that? Who did that?
Robo
Okay, well, here's
peas.
the thing.
Show
I'll explain
blogan.
After the big Austin thing, there's going to be times that I can't be on the whole show. So the guys have invented
Peas getting
Cosmac
famous
and Drew.
on
They
us.
made this
Hollywood
soundboard
Peas
so I could
strikes
still
again.
be on
He's
the
riding
show
out
when
into
I'm not.
that Gold
Now listen,
Coast sunset.
I'm not
gonna
gonna say
leave us
anything.
all
I'm gonna be
behind.
quiet.
Leave poor, broke down old Hypercube just rot in the
I'm
dust
gonna be quiet,
and
and
be
you guys
forgotten.
don't even know
And we'll
that I'm not
never
talking.
see
This Pea
that's
soundboard will
Hollywood
take over.
Peas
Take over
again,
Pea
and he's
soundboard.
just gonna abandon us. And what are we gonna do, Fidd? We don't have a peas.
Fox, that's
Oh,
right. I forgot
are we
all
gonna
about that.
show?
So peas has gone so much that we had to come up
Yeah, but here's the
with,
thing.
some other form of
Peas replacement.
to get the job done.
Artificial peas, which
It's
it's
just
not
not
quite as
handsome.
good as our good handsome boy, but you gotta
doesn't make it right.
take your substitutions where you can. It just ain't a good time for the show without a pea.
Yeah, kind of weird. Kind of like when you go out of town and your girlfriend has to find some sort of substitution that runs on batteries, Or is this kind of like that?
Well, you can't put salt in your
blind
food.
eyes.
It's just not food without salt. Salty peas. So you gotta
I'm
have
supporting
something
communism.
in there to
Out with more peas.
flavor your meal and with delicious salty
I
peas.
thought that joke would be funnier.
Yeah, no, we thought so too, peas.
Honestly,
see, I can't even tell the difference.
I was going to say the
You
exact
got
same
me.
thing. I cannot tell the difference.
Totally
I don't know which
got
is
me.
real peas and which is soundboard peas.
I know it's perfect. It's really well done. Again, thank you to all of our audience engineers. I really appreciate it. Running the Hypercube here from these sub basements is a difficult enough job, but I really appreciate all you out there in the listener land for contributing to the show. And
It's funny because people say Scoops and Peas same person, but here is proof.
He's a sellout.
Scoops and Peas are not same person because you can hear Peas
He put a
and
roofie in
Scoops.
my drink one time.
Exactly.
He's a sellout.
Now you've
from the
proven
So there you
your
go. There you go.
realness.
Now you have it. Now you have it.
Scoops, how was your get-together?
We get together fighting the Russians.
Oh, that's a good song. I like that song. It's a Scoopa
Indeed.
song. It's something.
Your mother.
I think I've nailed it.
But yeah, Peas, since we've established which one is the real you, Peas, how about some real apologies, Peas?
It's a little early in the show for apologies.
Not really.
I think
you've
you
got
owe
a lot
several
to
weeks.
apologize.
So here's the
for.
thing
You've
about
missed
apologies.
several
Dave, you got
apologies,
one, right?
Peas,
Listen,
and I think you owe everyone, including the listeners,
one, right?
a little extra.
That's right. Yeah, you got makeup apologies and you got tonight's apologies, which, whew, that's a doozy.
I mean,
Yeah, but here's the
the
thing.
racism alone.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now I think, I'm not sure, but I think.
Sorry.
I thought that joke would be funnier.
Peas or the other
And we're
peas?
sorry that we couldn't be funny.
As long as they're sorry, I don't care.
Go ahead, Peas.
And then I laughed too much in the show, and I'm sorry about that.
Tell that joke being Irish.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. We didn't talk enough about Irish and being Irish when both Fidd and I are Irish. And the worst thing about being Irish on St. Patrick's Day, if you're a true Irishman, is that you finally realize what it's like to be African American the other 365 days a year, because everybody makes fun of you and treats you like shit. It is a little racist, but still, nonetheless.
That ain't right.
And I'm sorry I said that, but I'm not, but I am sorry. The show, the guys, something got into the guys tonight, and I'm sorry about that, but really, whatever it is, we should do it every week because it was probably the funniest show that we ever had. I would laugh right now, but I'm not going.
Not happening.
No,
Not
I'm
this
sorry.
time.
That's cool. Yeah, I like old guys, and that's great.
Look how hard he's trying to fit in.
What else? What else you got to say to me, Peas? Come on.
I'm sorry.
Dig deep.
Sorry that I won the game because normally I don't win Argus's feelings, but tonight I felt like I should really try to win the game just to get back in the game. So I wanted it. I did 110%, and I used the Fidd Chewley method.
This show needs to be organic.
And it's an organic book that he's just written about how to win it time for a band. And so Fidd Chewley, here's to you, your first week on the Pickney bestseller list.
Well, I mean, Warren, what about all the showtime you missed?
What about that showtime I missed?
Yeah, are you or are you not sorry about that?
Not really. I'm
No,
comfortable with it.
not at all. You went off to be Hollywood Fidd. You're not sorry that you want us, the show, and the listeners in the lurch.
You guys
What
don't
are
even
you
know.
sorry for? Because
They have this thing, believe it or not, you can call on your phone to this guy named Uber, which in Germany means strong or something, or ultra. So, and this guy, he shows up and he'll drive you places. I didn't even have to make the phone call. The Hollywood people did it. And I just got in this car.
Care of for you.
Yeah, all taken care of. Went and had
Did you
some
get your
margaritas.
green M&Ms, just the green ones, all in a bowl by themselves?
No, somebody tried to put some dirty trash can balloons on me, and I didn't like that, so I ran away.
Now, did you get a happy ending with your Uber?
No, that came with the Kentucky waterfall, and that's a $50 tip.
Should you apologize to the Uber that you didn't allow them to give you a happy ending?
No, but here's the thing about the Uber trip that I am going to apologize for, is that all these sub-geniuses get in this Uber. It took 2 Ubers to get us to the place, and so we still start telling sub-genius jokes. Yeah, well, we're telling sub-genius jokes, which at this point had gotten, well, who can be the crudest and like weirdest about Jesus and Bob. And so I think that the Uber guy thought at some point in time we were going to kill him and take his...
You mean you didn't kill him?
Yeah, Peas.
Missed opportunity. What were you
left
thinking?
him alive after
in hindsight, you're right, because
you just
I
let
was
the man walk away? Or was it a man? I'm sorry, I made an assumption.
No, in hindsight, you're right, because I really hadn't used my credit card in Austin. There was no record of me going to Austin because I flew into Dallas Fort Worth, and I could have really probably had killed someone if I'd have wanted to. But I'm going to wait for to be a serial killer, I think, in my 60s or early 70s.
Why wait
that way?
How are you going to wield a knife then, Peas? I mean, that's just
because I think
I'll have some of that old man. Like some people say they're going to wait to have kids until they're ready. I mean, it's if you just wait for it, you're never going to be ready, and
you're just gonna
by the
keep
time it comes, it's going to be too late.
Too long, it's just going to look like a desperate bid to stay relevant after your stardom from all your big movie things go on now. So if you do
it's
it
just
now,
predictable.
you can just say you cracked under the pressure of superstardom, and they'll give you some Xanax and send you home.
Yeah, and famous people are doing
at that point.
I mean, since you're famous,
Alakazam, I'd rather have some Ativan.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. They'll have some
nitrous freight train kicking your ass yet?
Is it? And I'm sorry about that. That's
the
best one. I want to officially say that is the best one on the soundboard. That is the best one on the soundboard.
That's right. We have a Peas soundboard to keep us company when Peas is gone.
Dropping the ball.
Great train kick your ass for a clock.
Yeah.
I feel like some fans aren't going to feel like this was a good apology, and I'm sorry about that, but you get what you can take.
It is a Peas apology.
I, for one, do not feel satisfied with that apology, but I think I can probably move on from it. It's just that things are not going to be quite the same, you know?
Well, you know, we will have our Peas substitute, and maybe we can get our new Robo Peas to do a better
Sorry,
apology.
I'm not as funny as Reverend 80 or RC23.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not doing as good a job as the replacement Peas.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you have so much competition, you know?
For some reason, you guys just can plug whatever random
you gotta be careful there, Peas. We could pull a Family Matters and just do a mid-season recap.
Really underrated show, Family Matters. Didn't you think so? I really enjoyed that. It really made me, many times, I reflected back upon my own life when I would watch Family Matters and go, yeah, that's how I'll solve
Were
that.
you constantly bothered by some obnoxious child from next door who would make awkward passes at your daughter?
No.
I actually had I had a kid.
I usually did the same thing, but with
people
with
made
Dragon Ball
passes
Z, you
at
know?
my daughter.
I'd look at
and
the people in Dragon Ball Z fighting and say, "Oh, that's my family."
Yeah, it totally reminds me.
They would come to see my daughter, and I would make them mow my. You'd be surprised what you can get a teenage boy to do.
If you make them mow your lawn and then get the hell off of it.
One kid got vapors. One kid got vapors from it.
Careful there! Don't admit to too much on the radio, Peas. Good gracious!
So you mow my grass, you can see my daughter. And then one kid got the vapors and passed out, and I had to call his mom, and she goes, "What's he even doing here?"
I didn't realize that vape was a thing so far back in the mid-90s.
He passed out from the heat of mowing my grass.
Is that code?
I'd like to hear an apology for that one. You know?
Yeah, I know, right? I'd like an apology for that.
And his mom didn't even know he rode his bike over to Nashville with my daughter. So she was pissed. She goes, "You gave my son the vapors. Why'd you make him mow your grass?"
You're making kids vape and mow your lawn at the same time? Jesus,
I told her,
That's vape life.
Don't try to be a good parent now. You didn't even know where. Don't try to be a good parent now. You didn't even know where he was.
You better be, or you'll get the vape.
Do you know where your blind eye is?
My blind eye is that mom who's all pissed off at me because her kid got the vapors mowing my lawn. She didn't even know where it was.
All right, milady, I'll get you to the vapor couch.
Well, yeah, that's what it felt like. He got all faint and shit and dropped. Baby.
Well,
it's only New Hampshire. It's like 106
was that a better apology? I feel like it was just more of the same.
It was okay. I'm still mad.
Just give them the vapors.
Yeah. I think Peas, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
I need some time. You know.
They weren't.
He said what he needed to say, but I'm still. It wasn't satisfying for me, so I need some time to cool off. I just, I'm.
Did you guys get drunk during the show like me?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we all did, and
nice. Who do you think won the Kenny
Martha,
Flu?
Arthur, were you able to sufficiently imbibe for the show?
Here's the thing.
Did you have
do you have to get drunk to do the show?
I think
at
it
that
helps. It helps. It helps so much.
Can't do this.
I know a little things about fruit punch, I can tell you.
Well, we sure do appreciate having you all with us tonight, all of our special guests. You're just so damn special.
Jesus, so funny. Oh my God, it makes Scoop laugh.
I don't think our new correspondent
I'd
from
have a
Eastern
chance
Europe
to
would
be on the
appreciate
radio with
being
Scoop.
called
So
the
I
joke.
mean, like this is made the
What?
not just the night. I mean, I'll be riding this for the rest of the week.
Yeah, keep riding that bus.
Oh wow!
Scoops does that, but he takes meth. You ride all week long.
All night long.
Right.
Why don't you brag about it, huh?
That ain't right.
No, it's an American thing. He learned it in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Take the meth and go to a bathhouse and you meet a nice gentleman,
Anonymous.
and he'll give you meth. And then you must run away quickly, or he wants to do things. But other than that, it's a very easy situation.
Bone. Yeah, you got all that meth off him. You're gonna give the guy a handy at least as a prepayment.
No. In Scoops, that's called cousin handshake.
Cousin handshake. That's what that's called.
In this country, that is called a cousin handshake.
Okay.
What level of family separation?
Very normal. Everyone does it.
Handshake cousin.
It's not gay. It's cousin handshake.
No, I understand. How far removed from your genetic predisposition
They're probably not even
cousin?
cousins. They're probably like brother and sister.
You are both boy cousins.
It
does not matter. You are both boys cousins. It does not matter.
It's
a cousin handshake.
Marrying cousins,
Wait,
and then you have
you do not have cousins handshake in Canada?
cousins.
No cousins handshake in Canada?
That's racist.
The country sounds very sad. Very sad. Cousin handshake makes Scoops so happy many times. Mrs. Cousin now thinking about it.
Scoops, I'm curious. Does your cousin Peas ever give you a handshake?
No, Peas and I, strangely enough, not related.
No
I thought you were
handshake for
cousins.
Peas.
No, we're no cousin handshake. We're not cousins. Cannot do it. That would be gay.
I think I've nailed it.
Well, I think we have nailed
Peas.
show.
Me too.
I think we did nail the
We
show.
should play a Scoop song.
It's about that time, though.
Play a Scoop song. Play a Scoop song.
Where it's not time for the show no mo. So Peas has already apologized. I think that could have gone on longer. I think that he definitely could have apologized for more. I don't feel satisfied.
Better apology.
Anyway, I'm just gonna sigh and roll my eyes and turn my back a little bit more on him, and maybe he'll get the idea. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much, Free Think Radio. We are so glad to be here.
Thank you, Doc Ellis and Mark Arthur, for joining us this evening.
have no idea how glad we are to be here.
We'd love to do something another time with you.
Memory.
It doesn't make it right.
Say thank you, Peas.
Thank you, Peas.
Now.
Thank you, Peas.
And thank you all to you lovely, lovely people, little people out there in listener land. Subscribe to timefortheshow.com and join us every Monday night.
Did you get this show up yet?
Live show.
Receiver.
And thank you all for being with us this evening and joining us for Time for the Show.
Good night.